It was here I told you people. I did not miss words when I said it. I told you what I saw. It will take God. The only person that can stop TINUBU is God. Nobody, no human. If I INEC, let them gather 500. Nobody can stop him. It's God. Whether he rigo, he didn't rigo, is God. What happens tomorrow is God. What happens next week is God. What happens next 50 years, it will be God. Only God can look at him and say, no way. When I search, I told you I have not told you what happened. I will tell you. 25 years ago, God made a promise to that man that he will make him the president. Do you know where he made it? In Redeem Camp. Do you know who took him? The wife. It was the wife who took him. Take what I'm telling you. He said, I will make you the president. But then his heart was right. You don't know God. There are certain priests that the wife knows that she goes to, and she will remind God, remember what you told my husband. Yet we stay here. I no go agree, oh, I no go agree. Whether by rigging or by rigging. Are you following what? Shh. I'm not. I'm showing you, as a man of God, what do I do? I'm supposed to echo back what I hear. Is that not it? It was a promise. Was Nigeria like this when that thing was made? No, sir. Check my prophecy. I said, let it be recorded that a time came when Nigerians began to fight for their own emancipation. That's exactly what's happened. If you want to take it back, go back and study the history of Ukraine. A revolution is the only way out. I know what I'm saying. Have I ever lied to you? Go back and check it. I said it when there was no prophecy yet. You go back, take the cry, and say, Lord, how many years were the children of Israel supposed to stay in the land of Egypt? 400 years. How many years did they stay? 430. That means we can still go. God, it took after 30 years, God now say, I've heard. So we can go back and say, Father, even though we know, you cried, you weep. I'm telling you what stood. Finally, they called the result midnight when you were sleeping. Has the drama finished? No, sir. That's what I'm telling you. Men now, I'm not the only one. There are men now who are seeing things and say, okay, this was what happened. We can come this way. We can come this way. They are coming with the same covenant and say, Father, did you give him by promise? You gave him a bit, but Father, look at this. This was when his heart was right with you, but now, oh God, because as long as the heart of Asa was right with God, God made him king. But when your heart was lifted, spiritual side of life, you only cast election, you cast your PVC. I was telling us, the moment we are casting PVC, putting this in, let us go back, because life is controlled from the other side. There's no other person again that God promised. No other person. Can I tell you something? The future of Nigeria is bright. No other promise. But you see these men, I want you to know that there are men who walk the corridors of power. Was he not a priest that endorsed him? Why was the priest not able to see 25 years ahead to know that this man's heart will change? Don't kill Pastor Obinna. Don't call me names. Someone, a priest among us, a pastor too, higher in rank than ordained him. Don't tell me it's rubbish. I told you the INEC chairman. I told you what I saw. I saw gun. I saw dollar. Not naira. Dollar. You will say what was declared. Oh! I saw it. You can't blind my eyes for what I saw. Call him is fake. He didn't see anything. No problem. See small. I have never come out to tell you why he won, why it was declared, and why it has to be. Now I'm telling you, a priest ordained him, and while they were doing campaign, the wife was going back to those priests to see them, because this other one does not visit anybody, but this other one. And each time they take the and the thummim and they pour it, his face will come up. But even they themselves do not know why his face was coming up, because there was a 25 years promise. God cannot lie. Except men will go back and take the ordinances of God and say, Father, it was supposed to be 400 years, Abi. They stayed 30 years. Daniel said, he read and said, we are not supposed to be here again. 70 years have elapsed. Why are we still here? Because there's a prophetic word that Nigeria is supposed to walk into our destiny. But where are the watchers? If we don't pray, Satan will make mess of us. That's what happened. We will pray, we will pray, we will pray. Oh, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. 3 months ago, 3 months, some ministers of the gospel in this nation were calling themselves on the phone. They made prayers for that man. Yet some ministers in this country were supporting the other one. Can you see how divided we are? The Lord showed me everything. I saw it. Indirectly they go back and they say, this one way. They gave their prayers. Yet, but this drama will be so sweet. We're watching.
So guys, you heard what Pastor Obinna has to say, and this video is just mind-blowing. Honestly, when I was listening to his prophecy, I was just smiling from ear to ear, and I began to ask myself this question. So TINUBU wasn't like this 25 years ago, maybe 26 years ago, because we are in 2024 now and all that, and forgot to promise him that he's going to make him the president of Nigeria is actually mind-blowing, and at the same time is an eye-opening prophecy. And how his wife took him to Redeem Camp, and God made a promise to him that I'm going to make you a president of Nigeria in the next 25 years. So that means TINUBU has to work his way to the top for the past 25 years, and it's really, really an interesting prophecy and all that. Then he went further to also talk about our spiritual fathers in Nigeria, how they did and how the election, everything went down and all that. And people that are saying that TINUBU cannot rule Nigeria, it's a lie that TINUBU is going to rule whether we like it or not. And it's really, really serious, and it's disturbing at the same time, because I don't understand why. But what can we say? Let's pray and put everything in the hands of God, because what we are going through as a nation currently, it takes the grace of God. Like he quotes Bible verse and also make reference to the children of Israel, the journey that was supposed to take them 40 days to them. So until they say we can actually do this thing, we can defeat these people and take back the land that God actually promised us. So I'm asking myself this question, and also it's just my opinion after hearing what the man of God has to say, and I begin to ask myself that, what is going to be our fate? How are we going to penetrate? How are we going to defeat our politicians? Sometimes I wonder why in the Western world, when you see people going into politics, are people that are well advanced, that can contribute 1 or 2 to the society, people in their late 40s or 50, 70, thereabout and all that. And these people, they have made their money, so they're not going into positions to be this, that for money and all that. They are just going in for influence and all that when it comes to the Western world. But we Africa, all this our grandpa will go into office just to loot money and all that, and it's very, very disturbing and heartbreaking, because the situation we are facing now, a lot of prophecies have been dropping concerning that Nigeria is going to divide. Some people are saying that God is going to intervene. Some people are saying that we are not praying enough. And honestly, I won't lie to you, like for me, I'm kind of confused. I don't even know where to go, where to start, or how to go about things, because when I hear some certain kind of prophecy, it puts fear in my body, because I don't really understand what is going on anymore. Is it that our voices are not one? Is it that our prayers are not one? When others are saying there is a casting down, others are saying there is a lifting up, because it seems like we are not in uniform, and it's very difficult to identify that we belong to a particular school if we are not in uniform. So it's difficult, because if others are saying God, Nigeria is difficult. Others are saying, God, thank you for blessing us in the land of Nigeria, this, that, all those things. It disturbs me, and it's very, very heartbroken when I come across such prophecies and all that. And I just want to share my honest opinion. That is why I bring you a lot of prophecies on this channel, and also for you to have an insight of what is happening within our nation and what God is speaking concerning it. I'm not saying that these men of God are fake, or they are giving false prophecy, but it's look somehow, because you wonder, how many God do we have? Do we have up to 1 million God and all that? Sometimes I pray for God's understanding, because the voices of these men of God are actually different, and it's very, very, very tricky and all that. So we don't even know whether we are moving forward or we are moving towards this direction and all that. It's just too complicated at the same time, because you don't even know the outcome of this, you don't know the outcome of that, a whole lot of things. So I just pray, if TINUBU's region is going to get worse before it gets better, please, I want this to be height of the worst, because all I want to hear is for it to get better. I'm not saying that he is not doing as a president, he's doing one or two things, but it seems like the evil seed germinates more better than the good seeds and all that. That is what is the situation of Nigeria currently, because it seems like the ones that are good are not even, like, their efforts are not showing, but the ones that are bad, they just make some certain kind of decision that they feel like it's okay for now and all that. It's like, Nigeria doesn't even have a long-term plan. Any plan that you see that they are carrying out, if they go, they discuss, the Senate, this one, that, the president and him and his subordinates and all that, they come together, they say one or two things, then the next thing they are passing it. How can a president wake up one day and say that he wants to change the national anthem, then he and his board members and lawmakers and all that, then before you know, within 2 weeks, 1 month, they have approved it into law and all that? And it's so disturbing that these people, they don't even have future plan. And a nation that does not have future plan, it cannot move anywhere. It will be crashing all the time. It's like you put a seed on a rock and you expect that when it rains, it's going to germinate. Who told you that? Even though that seed sprouts a little bit, the sun will kill it, because there is no soil for it to grow. So sometimes we do things like we say we are copying this, or we are adopting some people kind of lifestyle or way of life and all that, but we don't adopt the good one. We always adopt the bad one, because some countries make plans of 100 years and they are actually falling in place. They have even beat the plan of that 100 years. They have, like, kind of shoot over it. But we are here, we are making plans of na, and before you know, it has crashed. So I don't understand. If you intend to go for a long journey, are you not going to service your car or your bike or your bicycle? Even though you want to trek, are you not going to search yourself and see whether your strength can actually carry you to that place and return? So sometimes Nigerian leaders are just something else, honestly. Let me not lie, because I don't even understand what the system is talking about and the way things are going in Nigeria anymore. And honestly, I will be honest with you guys. Sometimes I'm even tired of praying for Nigeria, but that doesn't mean that I don't pray for my nation. I do, so that it's well with us and with my family and loved ones and all that. But I'm just tired, honestly. So guys, that is just the prophecy I decided to share with you guys today. Before I go, please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, kindly pause this video, subscribe, comment, like, share with family and friends so that you don't miss out on any of our content. And don't forget to turn on the post notification to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you. Thank you for always tuning in, and thank you for watching our video. God bless you. So guys, I will share one lovely video with you guys before the close of today. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. I'll see you in the next one.
Oya go asene.